Hello everyone, it is another Robcast Prevenge of the Nerd podcast. And it's me, Rob Cicetto, your host, coming at you from really a whole different background. And the background today is comic books. And today I'm going to talk to you about comic books. And as you can see, it is... well, if I took the camera and went around the room, it would be wall to wall to wall to wall to room to wall to room comics. Yeah, that just proves that I'm insane and I love comic books. And today I want to talk to you guys about new comics that are coming out and give you my sort of take on them. I've got the newest previews, as most of you comic nerds would know, that came out this past Wednesday. I'm going to try to do these podcasts for the following Monday. These comics won't be out for another 3 months, but I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm going to start with the Marvel stuff, and right away I'm looking at Marvel, and Null is coming. Like some people call him Knull. No, it's Null, okay? Come on. And that's the symbiote god. I guess that's coming in the Empire cash grab, or I'm sorry, Marvel giant. I guess sort of title spanning. Team up crossover spring summer event, what have you. This is huge. Again, they got a lot of good creators on here. Crosses over. It's sort of a Fantastic Four. X-Men, Avengers mashup, crossover and everything. Savage Avengers are part of it, Captain America's part of it, and of course you've got Marvel puts out these specifically, for all their regular titles they have an Empire version of it, so it would be Thor 1 to 3 Empire. You got Empire Squadron Supreme, and most of these titles are an extra $1. Empire itself, let's see what that baby's worth. Number 3, yeah. So I think number 1 is $5.99. Number 3 it goes down to $4.99. Typically, I've really stopped doing these bloody crossover summer event things. I can't, man. I can't keep up with this shit. And it's Marvel jacking up the prices so much. Every new issue or one shot is $4, $5, $6. They got one for every character, and new characters too. Spider-Man gets one and all this stuff. So I tried to really. I just try to collect the stuff I normally collect. I collect Fantastic Four. I collect X-Men. It's really nice. Nick Bradshaw's doing Fantastic Four covers now. He's been doing that for a while. I don't know if you can see this. Lighting is horrible this time, guys. I'm sorry. I have to apologize for lighting. I'm actually doing this podcast at night, and I'm using the crap lighting I've got around, so I probably look like a ghoul right now. Anyway, I collect X-Men. Hickman, I think, has done a fantastic job of really revamping the X-Men and really doing taking it all in and just doing such a good job of solidifying the X-Men and all the bloody characters again. It just got way out of hand, man. There's so many X people, and I think what Hickman did was, put them all, the good and the bad, the good and the evil X-Men, put them all on the Krakoa Island, which is a mutant itself, and have Apocalypse there, and it's fantastic, I think it's really good. We got a Juggernaut series coming out. I find Marvel, and you know what, it's done by, the artist is Ron Garney. I used to love Ron Garney's work. I find it so choppy now. Again, I don't know if you can see that. You know what? I hate ragging on artists because I know how hard they work, and I know comics are a hard gig. But you know what? I used to love his work a lot before. He was more in the John Buscema Joe, Andy, and Adam Kubert sort of school, and now like he really has his own style now, but I don't like it, and I have to be honest about that. You know, I have to know what I like, I have to know what I don't like. X-Men number 12 facsimile edition. For God's sakes, they're charging $4 for this, man. It's a reprint. Like, okay, I get it. It's a facsimile. Woo! It's like printed in the original way. But Marvel, come on, man. Like, do you need the money? Like, is that why? Is that why you put out like these huge things? Like, giant size X-Men, Phantom X number 1, $5. Like all these like crazy like. I mean, the comics should be your Snapple money at this point. Why do you need to gouge people with comic books? Like, you must have the best printing deal of all time. Like, when I get stuff printed, I can offer it for a fairly good price to people. A price point that people can afford. You're Marvel Comics. You should be able to, like, charge like $1 for a comic book, man, and still make it, you know? I don't get it. You know. Anyway, so all the X books, like there's all these new X books now. Hellions, Wolverine's back, of course. X Factor. We got Children of the Atom, which is an offshoot. These giant size X-Men things. Juggernaut. Yeah, and it goes on. A new giant size X-Men tribute to the Ween and Cockrum giant size X-Men of the 70s, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm getting it. You know, there's some stuff I will get. I like New Mutants, Cable, Excalibur, Marauders, X-Force. Like all of these titles are new, of course, as most of you comic nerds know. We got Black Widow number 2 coming out. So there's a new Black Widow sort of series. I believe it's a mini-series. No, it doesn't have a 2 of whatever, so it must be an ongoing. I love Adam Hughes, but this has got to be the worst Adam Hughes cover I've ever seen. Again, I don't know if you can see it really that great, but they must have said, like, hey, Adam, can you do us a cover in a weekend? Like, I don't know, Sunday? And put, you know, and get it to us. Like, it's not that good. So anyway, Taskmaster is another new series. I really like it. It looks good. I love Taskmaster. I love Taskmaster. Yes. So I'm getting that miniseries. That is an actual miniseries, 2 of 5. Champions, they rebooted that again. I don't know why. They just started that not too long ago. Magnificent Miss Marvel, 15. I would buy this book if the cover artist did the interiors. This guy, Edward Petrovich, is fantastic. I really love his work. So Edward, I believe you're relatively new to comics. I love your stuff. Ghost Spider, I don't buy that. New Warriors, I don't pick that up. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I don't pick that up either. Power Pack, like all of this stuff, like there's all these miniseries that sort of come out, and it's like, who like, I'm sure there's like maybe a minuscule fraction of the populace who buys comics on a regular basis, buys everything Marvel puts out. I wonder who does that. I wonder if actual people do that. Strange Academy, really love that. I think it's a really cool thing. I'm picking it up. I haven't seen the first issue, hasn't come out yet, but here's the solicitation for number 3. Scotty Young, who I believe is the worst cover artist ever. I don't like his stuff at all. It's that baby. I'm doing a baby version of things, and it's like I don't know. I don't like it. That's just me, personally. I don't know what his writing's like. Hopefully it's kind of cool. I've not read anything he's written. Humberto Ramos is doing the interiors and covers. I like his stuff, man. He's an Image guy way back, you know, did Crimson and all that stuff. Did Spider-Man for a long time. He did a lot of stuff. I'm really, you know, sort of invested in him. I think he's really good. He's a worker, man. He's good. He's got a great, really, definite style. Marvel Zombies, I don't pick that up. I am the zombie guy. I don't pick Marvel Zombies up. They really need me to get on that and do some work on that. Like, seriously, Marvel, if you're listening, I'm the zombie guy, man. And seriously, get me to do some like covers or something. Ink it, like ink the stuff. I'll draw it. I don't care. Punisher, Barracuda, Punisher versus Barracuda. Love the character. Great. Well, Declan Shalvey is doing the art, the interior art. Great cover by Ryan Stegman. I love Ryan Stegman's stuff. Werewolf by Night. Man, there's so many freaking titles. The Marvels, Marvel X, Marvel Snapshots. Like all of these, but like I think Marvel puts out probably in the vicinity of 120 titles a month. A month, guys. This is why I'm going through this book very quickly. It's tough. It's actually tough to do. Wolverine 2020, number 1 of 2, for God's sakes. Iron Man 2020. I have no idea what's going on with Iron Man right now. It's like the 2020 Iron Man came out in I think like the early 90s or something, and it was like, oh, it's the future. But like the future now in this. Like, we're in the year 2020, so I don't understand the whole, and it's like there's no actual Iron Man title proper right now. There's just these 2020 titles. So I don't understand what's going on there. I don't really care, and that's the problem, I guess. Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman is back. Amazing Spider-Man 45, 46. I pick up Spider-Man. It's kind of a no-brainer to me. It's one of those things where I do pick up Superman, I do pick up Batman, I do pick up Spider-Man. You know, Hulk and things like that. Amazing Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, like all of these peripheral characters get their own books now. Not that down with it, man. I picked up the first couple of, I think, Mary Jane things, because again, Humberto Ramos, I think, was doing at least the covers of that. They look good. He wasn't doing the interiors, but it looked good. Anyway, then we got Ravencroft, 5 of 5. That's like that mental incident. It's like the Marvel's Arkham, I guess. Amazing Spider-Man, the Daily Bugle. The newspaper's got its own title. Venom. I do pick up Venom. I love Donny Cates' writing. He's working on Thor right now, which is good. Ibn Coelho is doing the art. Yeah, he's pretty solid. Ryan Stegman again doing the covers. He used to do the interiors. He's doing the covers now. I really like him. He answers the question, what if Todd McFarlane could actually draw well? He's very solid. He's good. Amazing Spider-Man 101 facsimile edition again. They did a reprint of this not too long ago. Like, I don't know, the last 10 years maybe, or 5 years, 7 years. They're doing it again, and they're charging $4. Regular price, it's a regular comic. Guys, it's a reprint. It should be $1, man. Like your little dollar line that you got going. Morbius number 7. Spider-Man, Black Cat Strikes. Black Cat. Scream. Like all these like Spider, Venom titles, peripheral characters. There's so much, man. Thor number 6. Donny Cates is doing it. Nick Klein is doing the art. Fantastic work by both of these guys. Really compelling story. Really great art. Savage Avengers, I really love. I picked that up. I've picked it up from the beginning. Gary Dugan and Patrick Zerger is doing the art. Who was it at the beginning? Butch Geis, I think, was doing the art for it, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I do pick it up. I find it very weird. So yeah, I think it's kind of good. They got to get off the Cool on Goth storyline thing, and maybe they do that by now. I hope. Ghost Rider's back, of course. I pick up the first issue of this. I do not pick up Ghost Rider on a regular basis. Marvel Tales Hellstrom. This is all reprint stuff for $8. Woo! Reprint material. 88 pages though, so you know. Facsimile edition again. Werewolf by Night 32. First appearance of Moon Knight. Like Canal. Moon Knight. So Moon Knight. First appearance of him. $4 again. It's a Marvel cash grab. Avengers. Jason Aaron, Javier Garon. I pick up Avengers, of course. I love Avengers. Immortal Hulk. The Alex Ross covers alone are worth the price of admission for this book. Never mind the fact that Al Ewing is doing the writing, and it's a horror book, more or less. Mike Hawthorne. I love Mike Hawthorne, and he's kind of filling in for Joe Bennett. Issue number 35. Issue number 36, Joe Bennett's back. I love Mike Hawthorne, man. I really love his stuff. Can't buy everything that he does, all the titles he does, but I try to pick up almost everything by him. Captain America, I don't pick up anymore. Doctor Strange, I don't pick up anymore either. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I didn't pick that up. Hawkeye Freefall, I do pick up. I have really enjoyed that. I don't know if it's miniseries or ongoing, because it doesn't say like 6 of 6. This is number 6. So I'm assuming that it's an ongoing, but it's called Hawkeye Freefall, so it almost seems like it's a Hawkeye comic, but with a subtitle, which means it might be a miniseries. Marvel might just pull the plug on it if it doesn't do well. They kind of do that sometimes. It's like, hey, where'd that comic go? It's gone. Black Panther, I did pick it up because of Daniel Acuna's art. Mostly not because of Ta-Nehisi Coates' writing as much, although he was taking it in a really cool place with the cosmic Wakanda sort of stuff going on. I thought that was really cool. But I bought it mainly because Daniel Acuna, and I love his stuff so much. But he stopped, and then someone else was picking up the art for him. Then he was back. Then he was back. Then he was gone again. Now he's back, and it's like I can't follow this anymore. I just love. I would have bought it just for his art if it had been consistent. Nebula 4 of 5. I do not pick that up. Atlantis Attacks. It's like, man, guys, so much stuff they're throwing at us. Oh yeah, by the way, 3 hours ago I mentioned Empire. Yeah, there's so much stuff, man. I'm not going to be able to get to DC today. I'll have to do another podcast because I'm already like 16 minutes in. I want to keep these podcasts short, and I've just been going like I've been turning pages, man. Doctor Doom number 8. I actually do pick up Doctor Doom. I think it's kind of neat. I've always thought he was a compelling villain, and I kind of like Salvador Larroca's art. I do love, I like. I don't love it. I think it's really good. I think it's solid. Gulp. Avengers of the Wasteland. I don't pick up. Runaways 33. Guardians of the Galaxy, I do. Runaways 33, that's just another book. Probably should be in the outlawed area with all the other, like the kids. I think they're doing this sort of spin-off thing where they're trying to rein in the kids who they're trying to put an age limit on superheroes where they go, okay, you have to be at least this old to be a superhero, which I kind of think is good. But anyway, I don't know where that's going really right now, but so anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, I am picking that up. I have not read anything of it yet. I'm kind of waiting for it to reach like number 5, which I think this is the solicitation for number 5. So when it hits 5, I'll start reading it, see how the story flows. Strike Force, geez, another team book. Seems kind of neat, but why so many bloody team books, man? Kind of a cool concept. I did pick up the first few issues of that. Ant-Man 5 of 5. Ant-Man's over. Edward Petrovich again is doing the cover art, and if he did the interiors, I would have actually bought this. Star, another spin-off from Captain Marvel. Don't pick it up. Daredevil. I always kind of look back and I go, gee, I wish I could afford to just buy everything. And Daredevil is one of those ones I always regret not picking up. It's like Chip Zdarsky was writing, and the covers were so great too. Julian Tedesco, I believe, was doing the covers. Daredevil deserves to be picked up, I think. Arrow 11, Swordmaster 11. I really don't know any of these characters that much. I know they sort of originated in War of Realms, which again, I didn't pick that up last year, man, because it's like Marvel throwing everything at you again at once. Deadpool rebooted again for no reason, number 1. So now they're up to 7 again. So I don't know. He's reaching Punisher volume proportions where it's like, I think Punisher is like at 15 volumes because they just keep rebooting, I don't even know if they're rebooting him as much as just restarting his series. And then he's got Max titles, and he's got He's got probably a Marvel Knights one somewhere too. I don't know. There's just so many. Valkyrie, love. You know what? I love the Mahmoud Asrar covers. I love Mahmoud Asrar as an artist. But again, this is kind of one I was like, I kind of wish I would have picked that up too. You can't pick everything up. Here's another Marvel thing: how to read Marvel comics the Marvel way. Because they need more money. They need to tell you how to read comics. Anyway, I gotta get through this, man. I'm on 20 minutes. Conan the Barbarian, I do pick up. Conan, Battle for the Serpent Crown, I suppose took the place of Savage Sword of Conan for a while. I do not pick that up. Dark Agnes, I do not pick it up. Dr. Aphra, nope. Star Wars, yes, I do. I'm starting to pick up the new Star Wars series that they rebooted again. So this is like volume 4 in Marvel terms, in terms of being a Star Wars being a comic, because Dark Horse had the rights for it for a while. This will be like the 4th volume in like, Star Wars being a comic. Darth Vader, none of the Star Wars stuff I pick up. None of the other Star Wars stuff I pick up. That pretty much does it for Marvel. Guys, I'm going to have to do a separate one for DC. It's going to go a lot faster. DC puts maybe like 60 titles out a month. Marvel is like 130 or something like that. So I don't think I even saw the dollar stuff. Their dollar books in there, but they're in there somewhere. They got a bunch of like, I can't remember what they call them, but they're Marvel dollar books. And yeah, I must have passed by them at some point. All I saw were all the facsimile ones that were all like regularly priced for some reason, even though they're all reprint stuff. Anyway, that'll do it for this. I'm going to be back, so you're going to see another one of these very soon. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. There will be more. I will do more comic book oriented podcasts. I'm going to do some art tutorials. This is like the second phase of me doing podcasts. I was doing movie reviews. I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to do comic reviews. I'm going to continue doing this. And then I will, the next phase, phase 3, will be doing art tutorials. So, guys, it's ramping up. It's like March 2nd today, I think. So I'm already starting phase 2 of the Prevention of the Nerd podcast, or Robcast rather. So stay tuned for more stuff. I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you guys again really soon with some some profiles on DC Comics coming up in 3 months. All right, take care, guys. I'm gonna sign off now. Bye.